Thank you guys for supporting the channel. And guess what? Before we even get started, smash that like button. It don't cost you nothing. It's free. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. Let's get into it. Who had the most impact on music in New York? I know many people gonna say Jay-Z, some people gonna say Nas, African Bambaataa, LL Cool J, so many artists that came out of New York. But today we talking about 50 Cent and Diddy. Diddy has had an impact on so many artists, from Mary J. Blige to Jodeci, salute Status Boom, to Jodeci, to Mace, to even having 50 Cent ghostwrite for him at times. So today, let's discuss who is the biggest artist that literally is holding down New York. See, 50 Cent came in 2000, what, 4 or 5? And when he came, he took the industry by storm. I mean, his mixtapes somehow spread it. And I'm going to speak about New Orleans because his mixtapes had hit New Orleans. And I mean, it was to the point where him and Juvenile and them had an album called 600 Degrees that 50 Cent and G Unit and Juvenile put together. It didn't really surface to everyone, but it was on fire. But Diddy, okay, we're gonna separate his personal from his business. Diddy has some classics under his belt. Diddy and Bad Boy, the music that he has produced is literally some of the best music in history, especially the R&B side of it. Diddy had pioneered putting together those. Diddy was a like inspired by Kanye West was inspired by Diddy because Diddy music and his beats was a lot of sampling back in the day. And I mean, he are total. I mean, the guy had put so many people in position with music. I mean, Mace album, that was fire. Mace was one of those individuals who I think he would drop one album, and his album was fire. I mean, Mace was a fire artist. So at the end of the day, I don't think there is a album outside of DMX. You know, I don't think there's an artist outside DMX who had a bigger impact on an opening album than 50 Cent. I personally don't think so. And 50 Cent, that Get Rich or Die Trying. I mean, that joint was like 400 degrees. I mean, you it was a CD that you could put in and don't skip a beat. It was kind of like he came like Pac. Like when you put a Tupac album on a diss on or whatever, you have to sit down and let that thing marinate and just play. You don't skip a song. You let it play. That's how Get Rich or Die Trying came. It came like just let it play. Like don't in a club, the radio station spent in the club so much to the point where you didn't even want to hear that. So many men, I mean, he had so many bangers on that album, so many bangers, and I liked it the one he had with Young Buck. That's the song I liked it that he had with Young Buck, but that song he had with Young Buck, on that Get Rich or Die Trying, that song, I was like, whoa, yeah, G Unit, they came with it. They came with it. 50 Cent, he made songs with Lil Kim. He made songs with Missy Elliott. I mean, when he did his thing, he did his thing. He came with it. He came. I mean, at that point in time when he dropped, New York had lost their sauce. DMX had carried New York. Then Jay-Z kind of came. Jay-Z was out there rapping with DMX, but Jay-Z wasn't hitting, touching people's soul like X. And I know anybody who said, well, If you wasn't feeling Jay-Z like that, you must have wasn't a hustler, this, that, and the third. But let's face it, man. Jay-Z didn't have a song like I'm slipping until he made Never Change. He just didn't have that type of music, man. He didn't DMX was on another planet when it came to music. DMX was the closest thing to a delivery of an artist is Pac with the delivery. Like you felt DMX music, you know. Jay-Z, he was a consistent artist. He was an artist that consistently dropped music. And I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, most people might not agree, but that Hard Knock Life album, Volume 2, that's what made Jay-Z really, really, truly go nationwide. Um, Big Pimpin', yes, UKG, they helped bring him to the South. The remix of Huh helped bring him to the South. But that Hard Knock Life Volume 2, it had every rapper that you listened to on the album. When I first heard Hard Knock Life, it was two songs on there that I want. It was two songs. Well, one song, the first song I wanted to hear on Hard Knock Life 2 was the song with DMX. And once I heard that song, then I went and heard The Coming of Age with Memphis Bleak. Then I had to go back and listen to every song. The Coming of Age with Memphis Bleak is what made me start listening to Jay-Z, literally. Now, because I was a DMX fan. I mean, still to this day, I was a DMX fan. When you talk about New York rappers at that point in time, I was a DMX fan. You know, and I wasn't really feeling, you know, the we had our own rappers. You know, New Orleans produced their own hit makers. You know, we had our own rappers. Juvenile was on the whole on the level where we can relate to, you know, because he would talk and I would talk. So we had our own rappers. So I wasn't really in tune like that with what was going on up there in New York, you know. And I was just locked in on DMX. You know, I rock with Mace. You know, I rock with Mace. You know, because Mace came after Biggie because of Puffy was just that guy. Puffy, you know, he knew hits. He knew hit music. He knew one thing about Puffy, you was gonna get an old school sample that you already was familiar with an artist who can flow. So you can all that's the sauce of the day too. If you go get an old school beat and you bring it current and that's how Kanye West so successful. You know, they go get samples, you know, something that you already familiar with listening to. But when 50 Cent came out the gate, 50 Cent put New York on the map. Only problem was he was beefing with everybody. You know, everybody picked a side. You know, they picked a side. 50 Cent, he had to go way to the West Coast, way to Midwest, and go get a deal with Eminem and Dr. Dre. And like I said, before that deal with Eminem and Dr. Dre, he had done an album with Juvenile called 600 Degrees. A lot of people don't know that. And so the South was really messing with 50 Cent. It wasn't just you know, it was the mixtapes. It was when he came out with that that Wankster, then he just dropped boom, 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 boom. You know, he just exploded. You know, he exploded. And so 50 Cent and Diddy, man, did those two guys, you know, then you got the Cameron, you got the other guys in between. But Diddy, he was a significant part of New York, you know, and it's like R. Kelly, just like R. Kelly. If you separate the person from the music, R. Kelly is, you know, second to none, you know, behind Michael Jackson and Prince. You know, when it comes to music, you know, R. Kelly could do something that Prince and Michael Jackson couldn't do, and that was relate to the current generation. He can get on your song and add his season to it, and when he remix it or whatever he do, it's gonna be felt by even the older generation. You know, so when you look at music, Diddy done some things, man, that that like some of these songs, I listen to certain songs and I'll be shocked. I'll be like, damn, that was Diddy behind that record. That was really Diddy behind that song right there. Damn, Diddy like Diddy had that record right there too. You know, like Diddy, he was behind that. You know, Diddy was behind a lot of French Montana music. Young Jock, you know, he was behind a lot of people. You know, and so if you separate the personal from the music, Diddy is the king of New York when it comes to music. He's the king of New York when it comes to music. You know, now people might say he treat this person bad or he treat that person bad, but when it comes to music, Diddy is the king of New York. You know, when it comes to music, you know, is nobody from New York who ever did what Diddy did, and it's nobody from New York who can actually accomplish more than Diddy have done with the music industry, because the music industry has changed so much. You know, there will never be another artist come out of New York and have a first album like 50 Cent had. It'll never happen again in history, you know, because music has changed so much. So many people trying to be artists, they're not even listening to new artists. It's like that, you know, unless you're getting pushed by a social media platform and your song just happens to drop on somebody, you know. But I do want to say this. I haven't been posting no videos, you know, because of certain things with YouTube. But thank you guys for supporting the channel. And I'm happy that I could bring a laugh or laughter to you guys. You know, the channel is just like a comedian. A comedian tell a joke and people laugh. You know, try to change the tone of when someone feeling down or, you know, they've gone through something, put a laugh on their face. So when I make these videos with celebrity / drama / funniness, hey, it's for the culture. It's for the culture. You know, especially when individuals are beefing and I take the two of them and I put together with the memes and things of that nature. It's to show these individuals, hey man, what you're beefing over ain't that serious. If blood ain't been shed or nobody has died behind the situation, your beef ain't that serious. So we laughing with you and we laughing at you because it ain't that serious. We letting them know, hey man, you funny, but that situation ain't that serious. So hopefully my videos can you know, save some people's lives, man. And like I said, we're trying to change the culture. You know, we're trying to stop the violence, you know, and remove all of the drama that's turning to beef, that's taking people's lives in our communities. You know, so I'm gonna continue to making these videos. Right now I can't, but I'm gonna continue to making the videos and put laughter on everybody's face. Salute. Truly appreciate you guys. Drop a comment below on who you think is the king of New York when it comes to this music. Is it Diddy? Is it 50 Cent? Is it Jay-Z? Is it Nas? Is it LL Cool J? Is it Rakim? You know, New York have a lot of people. But guess what though? Ain't nobody had an impact like Diddy when it comes to music in New York. I'm gonna come to the comments. Exposing the Truth says 6ix9ine. He said 6ix9ine. DMX or Diddy. That's hey, you know, that's how I look at it too. DMX or Diddy, man. It got to be, man. It's Diddy impact is so King of New York, is hip hop, forgotten prophet. Let me ask you this. Where you think Black Thought fit at and all that? Where do you think Black Thought fit at? Because do you think Black Thought is more of a lyricist than Nas? You think Nas can hang with Black Thought, or you think Black Thought can hang with Nas? A lot of people look down. DMX. Yeah, DMX. Hey man, if you go back in this video, when I touched the DMX segment, To me, I can't speak for nobody else. But when I touched the DMX segment, I related to DMX more than any other rapper that I ever heard from New York, with the exception of 50 Cent. DMX was the guy who I felt, you know, who touched me, especially, especially that song "I'm Slipping, I'm Falling." But it was because of how he was fighting demons and how he would say a prayer, and then everything else in between. DMX, that's one of my favorites of all time. To my Nas, see, that's the thing. Is Nas better than Black Thought? So it's like New York had a lot of great artists that came out of New York, but we talking about impact. Nas ain't really put other artists in position. Who have Nas put in position to be successful? Like we know Nas himself, but who have Nas put in position? Who have he passed the torch to and then endorsed them and supported them and put them on, to keep that going. Biggie, DMX, and 50. Well, Diddy is attached to Biggie. Diddy is attached to 52. The only one who not attached to Diddy is DMX. 50 Cent was ghostwriting for Diddy. So Diddy, that still goes back to Diddy impact. Salute, D man. That still goes back to Diddy impact. So it's like, when you're talking about New York, let me ask you guys this. Is Jim Jones in the top 10 when it comes to New York rappers? Or top 15, top 20? Where would you put Jim Jones when it comes to New York rap scene? Is Jim Jones in the top 10? Because Jim Jones, he got some records. And let me say this before you guys drop that. Jadakiss. Jadakiss. A lyrical monster. So you think Jim Jones in the top 10, top 15? So, Jadakiss, a lyrical monster. So, you got a lot of people that come out of New York, with this music game. Do you think that on a lyrical standpoint, would you select Jay-Z or Jadakiss? Because if you select Jadakiss over Jay-Z, then that means that DMX is better than Jay-Z completely. Because DMX was that guy. So who would you say better? Jadakiss or Jay-Z? So we got Jadakiss, we got Jay-Z. Who would you say better? We got Jadakiss, Jay-Z. Who would you say better? Because I noticed when I drop my videos, man, a lot of Jay-Z fans, they come in the comment section and they be hot. They say that we got hate for Jay-Z. A lot of Jay-Z fans, they say we got hate for Jay-Z. Just because when you put Jay-Z against certain people, it don't go in Jay-Z's favor. Like right now, most of the comments saying that Jadakiss is better, but Jay-Z make better records. So a lot of people from New York, they will tell you literally, you hate Jay-Z, you hating on Jay-Z. But that's not the case. I think that is more of what artists touch you the most. You see what I'm saying? What artists touch you the most? And I agree. For me, it's Jadakiss. Yes. I don't know about I don't know about the records, but I know about the balls and the lyrics of a lot of individuals. The wordplay, and maybe that's because that's why when they say he don't write, maybe it's because he gonna rap somebody else shit. when they say he don't write, maybe he don't write because he gonna rap somebody else shit. Yeah. You know, y'all hear how people say he don't write music. So maybe it's because he gonna spit somebody else shit. So next, so next time, see, who said who said that, man? Bruce said that. See, Bruce, when you say he steal other people's music, you see how you made me laugh, man. You know, you see how you made me like that, and that's just how quick I put them videos together, guys. That's how quick I put the videos together. See how you say he don't write? I would have been and took a meme that says, you know, I would have been and put a meme together that says, you know, when he say I'm the best rapper alive or something like that. And I've been and took a meme and put a meme that's saying maybe you still need people's shit because that's why you don't write your music. You the rap god. Hey, check this out. Everybody who on the platform right now, everybody come to the platform. Bruce Fix 180. He said he rap. So, you know, y'all check his channel out. You know, check his channel out, check his music out. You know, see what he talking about. You know, give him a shot. You know, check his channel out, give him a shot. He say he rap it. So, you know, stop by his channel, check his music out. Yeah, Griselda, they're nice. They're nice. They're nice. You know, they're nice. You know. Yeah, I seen that video. PK, but I seen that video. I seen it. A lot of it is recycled Biggie lyrics. I seen it, you know. I seen it. You know. Like even 99 Problems, that came from somewhere. And that record, and everybody know me and my girlfriend came from Tupac. You know, everybody know that. Hey Bruce, I just gave you a shout out, man. You know. Salute. From BG to Biggie, huh? That's what I'm talking about. You know, you were you a Biggie fan? Were you a BG fan back in what that was 95, 94 when he made that Uptown Got You Catching Up the God Quicker T-shirt waiting on your picture? Yes, 99 Problems was Ice-T record. Yes, it sure was. It sure was. Sure was. You know, but the thing is though, you know, for me, I like Jay-Z when the beat slowed down and it got like a little, you know, like a little singing in the background. You know, like the New York record, Alicia Keys. I like when he got R&B singers, you know, he rapping. You know what I mean? That's the Jay-Z music I like. I like when he got singers that's singing the record. I don't like when he do the hooks, you know, himself. You know, I like when he got somebody singing on the record, a feature singing, like the Bruno Mars record. You know, I like those records from him. X Benny and Conway, who inspired them. Okay. Hey man, when I get off here, man, I'm gonna stop by your. What page should I go to? How can I listen to some of your music? What page do I go to? How can we listen to some of your music? I was a BG fan in the 2000s, a living legend, Heart of the Streets. You got to go. Hey, go a little further back than 2000 on BG. You're gonna get his best music if you go further back than 2000. You know, like the nationwide music. That ain't what that is. It ain't. I ain't gonna say that ain't what that is, but you got to go check out his music before he went nationwide. The reason why they went nationwide. That's the BG that the city, you know, was literally rocking with. You know, 14, 15-year-old BG was making music as if he was, you know, he was talking to New Orleans talk, you know, the typical lifestyle of a New Orleans person. You know, go back before 2000 is BG. You know. Yeah, go back before 2000 and check out BG and you're going to get a different BG than the early 2000s. You know. Music totally different. You're gonna get a hungry BG, a BG that was trying to get to $1 million. Hey, but thank you guys for rocking with the channel. You know, like I said, I can't drop certain video. I can't drop videos right now, YouTube purposes. And thank you guys for supporting the channel. And go over there to 504 Cut TV. I can post those videos over there. And last but not least, Bro Fix. Like I said, let me know where we go hear some of your music at, man. And I'm gonna go check it out. Myself. Salute to everybody who rock with the channel. Thank you for rocking with the channel. And truly appreciate all the support. Thank you guys.